All right, welcome back to our new segment. Not so new anymore. We've done a bunch of these episodes. Such a pile of fun trying stuff. So in today's episode, we've got, I'd call this a heritage brand, right? Like not a new brand, but even, I was in 1954, I think I was looking up Cracker Barrel. Do you remember that name? So we've got Cracker Barrel, new product, signature cheeses, 2 Cracker Barrel signature cheeses. We've got Extra Old and Mozza.
Mozza, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And then we've got smoked age and medium
that's
cheeses.
The other one. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks to our friends at Lactalis, Mark Taylor and his great team. Roopa as well pulled this together for us.
We've been waiting for that one for a while. In fact, we got our products a while back, and my kids ate it all, so I had to buy some more.
Okay, so now it's a direct sales generation tactic from Lactalis. make products so good we don't get a chance to review them.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, there's a bunch of things going on with this. There's a bunch of interesting trade stuff, but let's try some product first. Product first, and then we'll talk about, how Cracker Barrel came to be part of Lactalis. That's fairly recent, and a bit of heritage in the dairy space. So we got 2. I've actually put them into 2 glass jars here, just so you can see.
Okay.
And you can immediately tell which one's smoked. I mean, the smoked one.
Yeah.
And shameless plug for my Last Request barbecue show, which of course I smoke a lot of stuff.
It's very good.
What?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about I've cooked with this. I'm going to show you what I just cooked with it. There's shredded cheese, probably a pretty profitable product for these guys. But then that's the blend idea.
Yeah.
I think, as they say, it's expertly blended cheese. And that's what I've found. Like
with cheese, we often go for a flavor, but mixing things up, I thought was really interesting. With this particular brand right there, it's actually not bad at all. You like it?
Yeah, I mean the smoky flavor just pops for me. I think it's a very sophisticated flavor. And again, I'll do a shameless plug. I made a smoky bespoke mac and cheese with it for my barbecue show.
You're killing me.
It was fantastic. It turned out fantastic because usually I put 3 different types of cheeses. It turned out the measurements, 300 grams, was perfect. But it added that, because I cook it on the smoker, it added that extra, smoky goodness to it. So that's the smoked one. Now the other one, and you can see the bag's pretty much empty for me for a reason. Right. Extra Old and Mozza. And again, it's not like I couldn't grab a block of cheese or 2 and, shred them myself. But to me, it seems like the blending, it's living up to its name, the expert blending. Very good. All right. Now, let me show you what I made. Let's see if I can
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet, so this is the first time.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to move my microphone. So these just came off my Yoder smoker.
Right. Getting dangerous now. Oh, my God. Okay, pizza. Woohoo! I can smell it. It from here. Honestly, it just looks beautiful. So so both pizzas have the same cheese?
Both pizzas have the Mozza cheese.
Okay.
So I cooked something else. As I said, I cooked my mac and cheese with the smoky. What have you got?
Quesadillas.
Oh, delicious. Which one did you use?
Actually, this one is Mozza. The other one is the mixed. So, yeah. So all right, we'll give it right here.
Excellent. Now I want to also showcase this fun pizza tool. Check this out. So this is how I cut pizza. It's scissors.
I've seen this before.
Flat base. I tell you, it's changed my life.
What did you buy it? Where did you find it?
Well, I think Kitchen Stuff, which is kind of a local fun retailer, and it's it's just so I'm gonna cut a slice of this pizza and let's try it on actual product.
I don't have to cut anything. I can just eat it right now. So I'm gonna try it right now.
I'm
trying the Mozza, the extra old Mozza.
That's what I got too.
Oh,
Really good. Really good.
who doesn't like cheese? Seriously, they should be in
Yeah.
prison.
Your
This is
lactose a
awesome.
dollar in prison. Yeah, it's really good.
Mm,
Mm. And
this is
listen,
just beautiful.
all right, try the smoky one. I
Yeah,
even
I'm going to
cooked
try
the
the
smoky
smoky
one.
right now. It's right here.
Mm.
Oh,
Good, right?
well, this one wins. This one wins for sure.
That
Oh,
smoke, not it, like
it's
it's
it's not in your face smoky. It's just very subtle,
yeah,
very gentle. It reminds you that it's something different, and it works around your mouth, which is really awesome.
yeah. Now I'm gonna try a small piece. I'm gonna try a small piece of the one I did. I make my own pasta sauce too, which you'll see in the recipe.
Yes.
Um, so this one's got a bit of sauce on it. These, by the way, I just went to my local bakery and got a couple of these flatbreads for a nice lunch. Mm, very good.
I have to eat it all now, like as soon as possible.
Well,
Wow.
let's talk about the trade craft here. I
Yeah,
mean, for the folks listening, since our podcast just isn't about food, but it's about the trade.
exactly.
Um, so Heritage brand, if you go to the Cracker Barrel site, I was kind of checking it out. They've got pictures of the old style logo. I
Yeah,
grew up watching Bugs Bunny shows sponsored by Kraft Cracker Barrel, and this was a brand under the Kraft portfolio,
that's right.
and Kraft joined with Heinz, and then with these Brazilian guys. I think is it the same guys that own Tim
3G
Hortons? Is it the
Capital.
same?
Yeah, 3G Capital with Warren Buffett. Same people behind Restaurant Brands International, which owns Popeyes, Burger King, Tim Hortons, and now Fireside Sub.
Yeah, fire. It's a Fireside or Firehouse. I think it's
Oh,
Firehouse.
Firehouse. Sorry, Firehouse
I
Sub
just I
in the
just had the
US. Yeah.
visual Firehouse
Yep.
Sub, which was their latest acquisition, literally a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
So I guess somewhere in the portfolio management, someone found and said, "Well, maybe this doesn't fit the way it used to." So I think it was the fall of last year, Lactalis, our friends at Lactalis, Mark Taylor in Canada, big global
Yep.
company, bought a kind of a suite of brands. I think some stayed with Kraft. I think they still own Kraft Dinner and Kraft Slices, but overcame Cracker Barrel, and really immediately, it feels like they're already having the impact with this. Looks they're cheese, man. They're dairy. They know what they're doing, right? It turned into a
Yep.
profit. So, what did you think of the change and the merger and Lactalis and all that stuff getting bigger? Did it make
Well,
sense to you?
well, with dairy products, as you know, there's lots going on right now with yogurt, cheese, and I think
Mm-hmm.
if you want to look at Lactalis specifically, they really have an aggressive strategy. I think they want to own the category pretty much in Canada, and I think that Mark and his team is on a really strong path to dominate that section of the grocery store over the next few years. The management is superb. I think it's all about capacity, and they
Yep.
know it, and that's why they're acquiring. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more from Lactalis in months to come.
Why is the dairy segment so attractive to these folks? I mean, it's not without its, particularly in Canada, managed not without its shortage of uncontrollable hassles. Sudden increases from a dairy commission that you can't control. Why? What is it still
Well,
profitable?
yeah,
I'd
you
imagine.
have at Farmgate you have conditions you can't control, and so
Right.
you got to deal with that. So how do you deal with the highest industrial milk in the world? I mean, the highest priced industrial milk in the world. So you have to really build capacity, I think, and
Mm,
make sure you go national. And unfortunately, it's becoming harder for the smaller players to survive. That's really the unfortunate thing that we're seeing right now. But
mm,
Lactalis is just going ahead without apologizing, really. And as a company, as a global company, that's kind of what you need to do. So AgroPur is certainly starting to it's making money in the U.S. It's spending money in Canada. It's actually selling off some divisions in Canada. But that's kind of how I see the picture in processing in Canada. I'm just concerned I'm not really concerned about Lactalis. I think Lactalis will do very well. It's the smaller cheesemakers, especially in light of what is about to happen next year with higher input costs.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think about the beer industry in the same ways, like microbreweries that make a small, delicious beer versus the big global behemoths. I guess the challenge or the opportunity for companies like Lactalis, if they continue to buy up or create new brands from around the world, move those brands around the globe, is to square the circle. Basically, let's
Yep.
not have a homogenized. There's a little bit of a milk joke there. Unhomogenized, a homogenized brand strategy where the product all tastes the same, but the logos are different. They really need, that really intense dedication to, if we have a brand, it has distinct flavors, distinct brand positioning, and the
Yeah.
product needs to be distinct, or else, it all. I think that's where that's where these big multinationals kind of fall apart. Is they're like, oh, that's a good cheese. Let's put 4 different brands on it and call it something different, and we'll channel manage it. I think that's a big key, right?
Exactly. I mean, there's been some decent innovation in the dairy sector in Canada over the last several years, but we only innovate for ourselves. But
Right.
Lactalis, I mean, when you look at, we talked about the product, but we didn't talk about the packaging. I mean, this
Mm,
is really, I think, a good way to sell a product. It's pre-prepared
yep.
in a nice bag as well. You don't waste as
Resealable,
much. Yeah,
which I love. Right.
resealable.
I,
That's kind of what you have to
Resealable.
do in order to get your products moving right now,
Yeah.
and they're very easy to find in a grocery store too. It's everywhere, easy to find, practical,
Yeah.
priced accordingly. I think. I mean, cheese is relatively expensive in Canada, but I mean those products aren't necessarily that expensive.
Well, you raise an interesting point. It's everywhere. When I go to my local grocer, there's a wall of shredded cheeses, right?
That's right.
House brand cheeses, lots of competitors. So I think, I'm sure the brand manager who provided this to us, who reached out to me, I'm sure his days are busy, right? Just because you make a great shredded cheese doesn't mean you got to stand out in some way. Like, it's a very competitive category within each, as many within each category are. Because I see lots of private label cheese. I see lots of brand. It's a shredded cheese. Why would I pick your shredded cheese, right? So I think they've done a great job,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
I
it's
think they've done a
different.
great job.
You can't find something similar on the market right now, and
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna get some success in dairy.
All right. Yeah. That's how you're
Yep,
going to get success. All right. Well, great episode and a delicious lunch, by the way. So I look forward to cooking this
exactly.
for you someday
Jim, I
soon.
know I have your invite, and at some point we'll do the trying stuff segment together, face to face, and you'll cook me up a
That's great.
nice meal, I'm sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, that was our trying stuff. Thanks to our folks at the friends at Lactalis, Cracker Barrel, and Cheese World. And a reminder to everyone: this product is just supplied to us with no obligation, and just try it. That's the way we roll. And in fact, sometimes we wind up buying it because we use it because it's so good.
Exactly. Yeah,
Anyway,
we're cheese
anyway,
lovers here.
we are cheese lovers. All right, thanks
Yeah.
again. That's our episode of Trying Stuff.